as well. Hey, good afternoon, YouTube. It's wonderful to be with you. I'm Sheila Maria. I am a medium, and I am jumping on today to talk about what it takes energetically for you to be a medium. And I'm going to go into what I call some mediumistic measurements. Hey, Melissa, darling, lovely to have you here. So, very, very often I will get people coming to me looking to develop, and they will say to me that they're scared that they can't do it. They're worried that they can't develop in the way that they hope to. And one of the things I always do is I look at people's gifts. Hi, Veronica. Lots of love, darling. I look at people's clairs. And then I also look at what type of soul they are. And there are certain energetic measurements which give me a very good idea as to whether or not somebody is going to have success in the kind of development that they want to do. So I actually thought it would be interesting for me to go over some of that with you here. So the first measurement that I always look at is how grounded somebody is, but also how strong their vibration is. So we look at, hi Cheryl, we look at a high vibration, but sometimes somebody with a high vibration, hi Shari, hasn't necessarily got enough connection to the earth plane where it makes receiving constructive messages practical for them. And so to me, if I find somebody that's got a strong vibration, that is definitely one of the first indications that they're in the right place to give constructive messages. Hi Renee, wherever you are, I love you all. Wonderful to be with you. So one of the other things that I always look at is the type of mediumship that somebody wishes to develop, and I look at the type of mediumship that they're going to be best at developing. So there are several different kinds of mediumship. So I'm just going to go over those very quickly. So first of all, there is what we call physical mediumship. That is incredibly rare. Never done that. It's very rare. The second type of mediumship is evidential mediumship. And I was always taught with evidential mediumship, you need to have a 95% success rate to call yourself a plain evidential medium. And that is incredibly rare. You're talking about people like Graham Smith, people of that caliber. And there are some incredible evidential mediums, but most mediums bring through a mixture of what I call life path evidence and survival evidence. And so that brings me to the third type of mediumship, most commonly known as mental mediumship. Now, with mental mediumship, one of the problems that people can have is that they're not confident that they've actually got a spirit with them. And what can get in the way of that is that they're not sure whether they should be connecting with the spirit directly or whether or not they should be connecting with their guide who acts as the interpreter between them and the spirit. Now, either of these ways is equally valid. It doesn't matter whether you're connecting with your guide. It doesn't matter whether you're connecting directly with the spirit. And what I'm teaching in my new course, hey Jenny, and Jenny has taken one of my places on the course. I'm so excited by that. I will pull some cards in a minute. I'm going to do a big hello to all my gorgeous girls here and now. But you know, like lot know that I have the attention span of a fairy. So I'm going to just try and stay on track. Where was I? And so with mental mediumship, whether you're somebody that finds it easiest to connect directly with the spirit, or whether you're somebody that uses a middle man or woman, okay, doesn't matter. But you need to know which of those processes works best for you. Because if you don't know which process works best for you, you doubt the connection. And when you doubt the connection, it's basically like frowning at an erection. It goes like that, right? The connection goes. So what I always teach people is it doesn't make you a worse medium because you connect with a guide and then the spirit and then give the message, or even whether you find it easiest to connect with an angel then the spirit and then give the message, or whether you're connecting with the spirit directly. As long as the message gets given and it is constructive, then you're a mental medium. I'm definitely a mental medium. I am the blue bollock buster. Anyway, but one of the issues with mental mediumship is that when people are developing, they try to do everything. So they might try to do trance. They might try to, and I'm going to talk about trance in just a minute. They might try to connect directly with the spirit. They might try to connect with their guide. And if they don't know who their guide is, then the link breaks and you can't then connect with the spirit and you can't give that constructive message. So one of the other measurements that I make when I'm looking at how best to develop somebody is how strong is their connection to their spirit guides? Is their connection to their spirit guides as strong as their connection to the angelic realm? And if it isn't, if their connection is stronger to the angelic realm, the fastest way to develop mediumship is to get them giving evidence and semi-evidence with the angels. And then from there, which is exactly how I learned. So I started mediumship with Archangel Michael. And then I started working with Orion. And now Orion brings the spirit in, steps aside, and the spirit and I carry on. So what I want you to know is that if you have had a lack of success moving from being a healer or an intuitive to being a medium, and that's what you really want, it's usually just that linking energy that we need to sort out. And once you've got a link that you trust, it's like a bridge. So once you've got that bridge in place, the spirits can start to come in. So it's less about how clairvoyant you are, and it's much more to do with your intuition where your own inner guidance is concerned. I'm mental too, Shin, abso-bloody-lutely. So the other measurement that I look at when I'm looking to develop somebody or I'm looking to help somebody develop is whether they are more of a messenger or more of a medium, because those can be two different things. So if you're more of a messenger, you will still give evidence, but it's probably going to be evidence to do with the loved one's life path. So let me give you an example. If you were to have a mediumship reading with me, I would give you evidence about the spirit that is with me, such as their name, their cause of death, what they were like in life, so that you knew that's who it is. And then the evidence would then become about the issues that you are facing now. So I am definitely more of a messenger than I am just about giving evidence, because to be honest, that bores me. So it's really important when you're looking to develop your gifts to really identify the easiest way for you to move forward, because there's no such thing as you not being able to do something, but there definitely is such a thing as feeling that you're going to fail before you've even given it a go. And if you're trying to work in a way that is too far away from where you are at this point, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. And that is one of the reasons when I measure your clairs before I start working with you, I am looking and I would like to know, do any of you have any idea which clair is actually the strongest for a potential angel medium, mental medium, whatever you want to call it? Which clair do you feel? So clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience. Which of those do you feel needs to be the strongest in order for you to be a good medium? I will pull a card for anybody who takes a guess. So for anybody who takes a guess, let me know and I will pull you a card, because it surprised me. Yeah, okay. So we got two answers. We've got clairsentience and claircognizance, and both of those are right. Hey, Alegna, both of those are right. Because if you're seeing something and feeling as though you see something, and you know that you feel what you see, then you will have the confidence to give it. If you see something, yet you have no idea whether you could be right or not, it's irrelevant. You won't feel confident enough to give the message. So claircognizance, which is knowing, is the ideal one that should be stronger than any of the others. Doesn't matter to me if somebody isn't visual and isn't clairaudient. If they've got good claircognizance, they can do mediumship of one of those descriptions. And if they've got high clairsentience as well, that's even better. Okay? So what I want to say to all of you today, if you've had, and I did do a class in Psychic Spirit Club, which is where I said, if you have sensed your own loved ones, then you are sensitive enough to develop a level of mediumship. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be the next great Gordon Smith, right? It doesn't mean that, but it does definitely mean that you can go further than you have. Now, I've also got some other messages here that I wanted to share. So, guides. One of the reasons, because people often say to me, how do I know who my guide is? Well, even if you have a reading and someone tells you what your guide is called, that really doesn't make any difference if you don't have that connection with them yourself. And that connection, although it's been there since the day that you first came into the physical world, that connection is not necessarily conscious, it's subconscious. And I was speaking to Orion just before I came on air, and I said to him, how come so many amazing, empathic, intuitive people are not sure who their guides are? And I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. He said, number one, it's not necessary for the guide to be recognized to do their job for the person that they're in charge of. Okay, it's not necessary for them to be recognized. But he then went on to say, if they are going to be recognized, then the guide wants the individual to make that connection rather than someone outside of them. Okay, because they're your guide, they're not interested in anybody else. And so that's why it can take for you to be confident enough within your intuition anyway, for you then to be confident enough that, yes, this is my guide, and yes, this is what they're known as to me. Okay? Yes, Lisa, fabulous. Now, the other thing that he said, so he gave me a two-pronged answer. He said, if the guide is not going to act as the doorkeeper or like a psychic guide, then they stay in the background when it comes to spiritual development. And their focus is to guide their human in every other way. And this is what I want to say happened to me when I first started my journey. So my journey started when, and a lot of you know this story, when my now 16-year-old son was 2 days old and he was very poorly. And I genuinely at the time thought it was Archangel Michael who told me to get into hospital now. Hi, Renee. It wasn't. It was Orion. It was Orion. But because Orion knew I wasn't ready to trust him, me working with Archangel Michael over many years allowed me to get to the level where I then was able to trust him. So for those of you that you've got this real feeling that your guides are there, and like Melissa says, they keep switching, or you're not quite sure what they're called. Number one, it doesn't matter. Number two, if working with your guide is actually going to hamper your ability to go to that next level, your guide's not going to make themselves known. They would rather that you work with the angels and get going and really develop. And then if they are going to be an active part of your journey, then they'll come in when your confidence is really high. Because I remember having Rose, I had, oh my God, I've had so many, like Renee's saying. So this is another thing I'm going to talk about when your guides keep changing. Right, thank you. So Orion is here. He says, when your guides are interchanging, it is because your path is almost like at a crossroads, and you can go in one of several directions. Okay, so Renee, this is what I'm getting with you. You're at a crossroads and your path can go in one of several directions. Do you like that? We're doing a bit of dancing there. Yeah, I was about to start singing Staying Alive, but that's sort of not in line with the topic. You floozy Renee. She's got so many. So when your guides are interchangeable, you still have one main guide, but they may take a step back. And okay, thank you. So Orion is saying, use myself as an example. So I too was at a crossroads 2 weeks ago. I'm always at a bloody crossroads, like always. I'm a flipping Gemini. And I made a decision to go in that direction. And as a result of going in that direction, Orion has remained at the forefront. So if you've got, and whether this is like, you know, you're doing this as a hobby, or it's at the early stages for you, or you're just about to launch your business, absolutely, Renee. If I looked like you, if I was as gorgeous as you, I'd be well happy, darling. it is usually because at a soul level, because many of you, and yes, Tracy, they absolutely do, many of you are very like me, that you can do many things. And I have got another message from Mr. O. So he is saying, please save yourself a headache. He's right here. He's such a man. Save yourself a headache. Save us the trouble. Right, this is what he's saying. I'm the only person I know that has a sarcastic ass guide, right? Save yourself the trouble. Sheila's got so many hats, she cannot wear them all. Do I really have to say this? He says she's all over the place. She's only just setting her flag in the soil as to what she's going to stick to. We suggest you become an expert at one thing. It makes the whole process faster. That's it. He just says it makes the whole process faster. So what I'm going to say is, even though we can do all these different things, I'm coming back to my angels. Even though I don't personally do mediumship with the angels now, it is always with him. What was the first thing I started noticing? So I think the first thing I noticed, Marianne, is that I'm never alone. And I would just naturally have out loud conversations with them without worrying that I was in public and I was getting funny looks. I never sort of really looked at things like my ears ringing. Okay, so this is what I need to say. I feel Orion and hear him. I feel him first and then hear him. So, Marianne, for you, what I would say, if this is about you getting your own guidance, stick with the angelic realm for you. Because if you're getting what you're getting, there's no point. You can't help anyone if there is a lot of doubt. So this is actually one of the reasons that I've taken a week off, because I had so much going on. I had to get my energy really clear. So what I would say to you, if you have archangels, what I love about archangels is they always make whatever you got go further. And one of the biggest issues, hi Ashley, absolutely beautiful lady. One of the biggest issues is holding the spirit energy. So what often happens, okay, thank you. So he's saying, when you're mainly clairsentient, right? When you're mainly clairsentient, I'm just going to block this particular person. Just bear with me. When you're mainly clairsentient, let me finish what the hell I'm saying. You will feel your guides, and you need to really couple the clairsentience with your knowing and your hearing or your seeing, right? You need to couple them, because if you're feeling them, you've got the spirit link. The next step is to really lean into it and to keep the spirit energy strong. And you're the only one can do that. They can come in and blend with you, but they can't permeate the physical in the way that perhaps you would hope they can, because they're not grounded spirits, they're not earthbounds. So what I would love to suggest to any of you that are wanting to further your abilities, Work on your own everyday intuition and don't worry about whether it's a guide or an angel. Work on trusting what you get about yourself. Hi, John. So I'm also just going to take a moment just to talk about trance. Now, trance for me is like my favorite discipline. It is above all else what I love. And there are so many misconceptions with trance. When I'm measuring somebody's capability at the outset to do a particular thing, which if they're spending money to develop with me, I want to be as sure as I can that they're going to be able to achieve what it is that they want to achieve. So interestingly, it's not the people that can meditate for long periods of time that are good at trance. It's also not the people that speak a lot, right? It's not the people that can meditate for ages, and it's not the people that can speak a lot. Now, that isn't to say that if you do meditate deeply and you do speak a lot that you can't trance, right? That's not what we're saying. But the most obvious indicator to me that somebody is going to be able to trance is that they have a very open heart. So looking at some of you, Jenny, John, these are just the people. Oh, thank you, Shalina. These are just the people that I know. Lisa, Renee. These are just the people that I know, and Alegna, wherever she is, and Melissa, that find trance easy. Okay. So Orion is saying, you all have a right-hand man or woman. You all have a right-hand man, okay? Interestingly, nearly all of you here, your main guide, nearly all of you is male. This is just what he's saying. And he's also saying that your guides, whoever it is that you're going to work with, whether that is you're going to trance them, or whether you're going to do angelic mediumship, mental mediumship, any other kind of spiritual work, they will come into your inner aura and stand next to you before they come into you if you're going to trance them. So this idea that you're going to be taken over and you're going to not know anything about what you say is completely false. And I am a trained trance medium. Like, that is the first skill after Reiki. That was the first skill that I learned was actual trance mediumship. What do they feel like? Depends on the guide, but it's very, very grounding, and it's very truthful, and it's incredibly calm, Ashley. So this idea that you are taken over since 2011, that hasn't happened. It doesn't happen because consciousness by its very nature is just that. So what I would love for all of you to consider, okay, there's a couple of other messages that I have that I just wanted to share, and these were from Orion. Spirit don't want to make a song and dance to get noticed, right? If I'm dead and I want to get a message to somebody I love, I'm not going to waste my time going through a medium that expects me to prove that I am there. I am certainly not going to ring bells and trumpets and all of that sort of thing. Not going to do it. Spirits will go to a medium, whether that's an angelic medium, a physical medium, an evidential medium, or any other type. Spirits will go to a medium that trust what they get, because it takes a huge amount of energy from them to get through to us. And so if you're in that stage where you're not trusting what you have and you want to know for sure before you get the message, it's not for you. It's just not for you. John, absolutely. Spirit is very gentle, but they will not prove that they are there. They will be there because they always are, but they won't prove it. Your decision to be a medium, whether that's an angelic medium, evidential, trance, physical, whatever type that is, right? Your decision to be a medium elevates your vibration if you mean it. Now, I have had people that come to me to say, I want to do that, and they get upset when after an hour they're not the next Teresa Caputo or whatever they're called. Hi, Sarah. You have to be prepared to put the work in. I will tell you, I have got 2 mentors right now. Thank you, Katie. I have got 2 mentors right now, and I've been working professionally for 16 years. 16 bloody long years. And I have got 2 incredible mentors that I'm working with. I'm working with one on advanced mediumship, and I'm working with the other on different stuff, like on business stuff. So what I want to say to all of you is that if you want to develop, there is no level that you will, there's no glass ceiling. The only glass ceiling is when you decide you're not going to learn anymore. I'm an old pro, that's right. And so I just want to encourage all of you, if there is something, thank you, this is Orion. I'm actually going to let Orion speak through me, okay? So I'm just going to let the big guy speak. Just bear with me. The whole purpose of being physical is to enjoy the physicality with all its challenges. The whole purpose of being spiritual is to enhance the experience of the physical. And so how much of an experience would it really be if you did not take chances and you had guarantees? Why would you not just stay on the lighter side of life? I will say to each of you that any of you can do what she does. Many of you could do far more, but whether you will is up to you. All that we can do is encourage you to take chances and hopefully learn something new. Does it really matter whether it is a success or not? The most important thing is that you grow during the process. And we will say to you that your success is never determined by what another soul thinks. Your success is only ever determined by how something makes you feel when you are doing it and when it is done. Isn't that the point? The culmination of the journey is never as pleasurable as the ascent itself. And so I say to each and every one of you, if there is a part of you that is wanting to find out more about yourself, then you have your answer. That is because there is more to find out. We would love for you to find within you all the ways in which you can express your soul and all the ways in which we can express your soul through you. all the ways in which you can help other souls express themselves. We are not so far away, and we are not so different from you. It is exciting for us to have the opportunity to speak with you directly. And it is even more exciting for us to know that we have been heard. But you have to take those steps. We cannot do it for you. But we hope you will take those steps, and we hope that you will continue to grow. I am Orion. So, okay, so, right, I'm going to let him answer. Ascension is the process of life. Every life form ascends. From the moment an organism is created upon Earth, its ascension and its evolution begins. Ascension never ends. Raising your vibration simply allows you to have the best opportunities arrive at your door. But vibration in and of itself is not a reason that you will communicate with us. Sometimes you can raise your vibration so high that you miss us completely. What a shame that would be when we have so much to share. The best advice that I would give you is to stay as grounded as you can be and have a goal in mind. If your goal is that you wish to hear, then you must listen. If you wish to communicate, then you must speak. It really is as simple as that. Thank you. He's got like a cloak on today. So before I pull some cards, Saturday morning, I am going to be doing some August angel predictions. There is a post below this. I think it's at 10 o'clock. Is it at 9 o'clock? Let me just have a look. So I'm going to be doing August angel predictions at 10 o'clock on Saturday. If you want an August angel prediction, please like, share and comment an hour, Friday. So when people turn up and they say, I've just shared you, I'm not going to include that because it doesn't really give anybody a chance to sort of find me. And what I'm trying to do, quite honestly, is I'm just trying to get my work out to new people. So on Saturday morning, if you have liked and shared and commented on that post, then I will, whether you're live or not, if I see your name at the bottom, I will give you a prediction for August. Okay, so you don't have to be live. Our live is good, but you don't have to be live. Hi, Regina. Hi, Conchetta. The other thing is that somebody cancelled. So I do have a place available on my angelic mediumship group. It's a very special course. If this is for anybody that has not been able to make mediumship work until now. And I'm going to teach you everything that I have been taught. I've been learning for a long time. So what we'll be doing is it's a 9-week course. There are 3 modules. And each of those modules is designed to take you up a level. And halfway through the course, we're going to take a week out, and I'm going to make sure that every single person that joins receives a private mediumship tuition session with me. So we're going to do everything from helping you brilliantly, Lisa. It won't affect your healing, baby. It won't affect your healing because it's with the angels. So it will only, you've got to do what you think is right, sweetie pie. And we'll speak next week anyway. Hi, Barbara. So as part of, I'm going to pull some cards in a minute. As part of this 9-week class, I'm just going to go over what it is you get. So it's 9 weeks because it's going to take quite a lot of, that I really wanted to make sure that I get everything in there. I didn't want at any level to miss anything out. So there's going to be lots of practice. You're going to have to do practice readings. So let me just share with you. Okay. So module 1 is from healer to messenger. How many spots left? 2 at the moment, because I've only opened up 5 spots at this point, Cheryl. I'll tell you about the pricing in a minute. So it's 9 weeks. Module 1 is how to tell which archangel is with you. Moving from healer to medium through giving psychic impressions, knowing how to bring more messages through, and how to work as an angelic medium rather than a psychic. That's often where people get confused. So modules 2, weeks 3 to 5, is the mechanics of mediumship. How to be sure that you have a link. So this is whether you want to work with your guide or whether you want to do the mediumship with the archangels, right? By the way, it makes no difference. The first piece of mediumship I ever did, I jumped out of my skin because I had a little boy next to me and I had never done mediumship before. Hang on. I had never done mediumship before. So it made no difference. This little boy did not care that it was Archangel Michael stood next to him. So mechanics of mediumship, how to be sure you have a spirit link, how to move from giving impressions to giving accurate, constructive messages, how to work with the archangels to release your fear of getting it wrong. Where's my brain? Guess. And working with your archangel to build a spirit channel. Now, what we're doing with this, I'm not promising to make people the next Gordon Smith, right? I am teaching you to give semi-evidential readings. So this means some evidence and life purpose advice, okay? The difference between angelic mediumship and evidential mediumship, you can only do evidential mediumship to the level that you would want to do it if it is in your soul contract. And if you're not already doing it, it's probably not in your soul contract. But semi-evidential mediumship is where somebody will come through, they will give their name, their cause of death, and then they will speak to their loved one about the questions that the loved one has. Okay, so that is the difference. And that is what most of you would want to be doing anyway. It's also called psychic mediumship, okay? But we're not using tarot or anything like that. So then, module 3, weeks 7 to 9, your angelic mediumship in action. So giving full mediumship readings with semi-evidence. Trusting what you feel you know when nothing else comes. Readings for recently bereaved, including children that have passed. Now, I'm not teaching you this, I'm teaching that as a topic. How to see when you normally don't. I'll come to that in a minute, John. Strengthening your bond with the spirit realm daily, and then you're going to have to do practice readings for your certification. Okay, so the price for this, there's 2 levels. One level is the early bird, which is £399, and you can pay that in instalments as long as it's paid by the 15th of August. That's the cut-off point. Or you can go for the instalment option, which is 3 or more payments between now and November the 1st, and that is more money. That is more money, but you do then have the option to pay through to November the 1st. So it's just up to you which option you go for. So will I be able to verify that what we get is it? Yes, absolutely, John. Absolutely. Because otherwise there's no point you doing it. There's no point you doing it if I can't verify. But what I would say to you is, what I have to do is refer to each person whether or not they've got a confident enough link with their guide. Because if your link with your guide is not confident enough, you're better off working with an archangel so that you can really get going. And then, because that's what I did, and that's why that's the only reason I'm calling it angelic mediumship, is that where people get unstuck is that they have the capability to do it, but they can't do it because they're not trusting what they get from their guide, and so they give up. But if you've got a natural connection with the angels, and that is something that can be easily established, just give me a moment, hang on. Hello? It is, yes. I'm working at the minute. Could you call me back in 5 minutes, please? 10 minutes, please. I'm working. Can you call me back in 10 minutes? Thank you. Yeah, that's lovely. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so it starts on the 15th of September, John. But if you go for the instalment option, you can pay between now and the 1st of November. Okay, so it's either £399 for the early bird, which means however you pay, it all has to be paid by the 15th of August. Or if you want to go for the more expensive option, you can pay it in installments, but it must be paid by the 1st of November, because I just want to make sure that people have got the option if that's a better thing. Okay, so yeah, exciting, and it's all up on my website, so do go and check it out. Right, let's pull some cards. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top. So I know that Alegna's here, so I'm going to pull a card for Alegna. So what I'm going to ask you to do, if you're here, can you say stop for me? So Alegna, if you want a card, I'm going to ask you to say stop. So, yeah, and I will just, oh yeah, do you know what? I'll have to sort it out because my, that's all over the bloody place. Yeah, I'm confused as well, John. I'll have to sort that. All right, I'll have to sort that because I'm all over the place with the money. Stop. I'll sort the money out. If you're interested, message me. I'll say that. I've said 399, so I will stick to that. Okay, because I have said that. All right. So forget what any of you have seen. If any of you want to do it, I will honour 399 because I have said that. Okay. I have said that. Right, Alegna, unlock your gifts, sacred gifts, energy senses, pure love is key. So let me write this down because I don't know bloody hell what I'm doing. Okay, let me write this down. So, and then it's in writing, £300 if paid by August 15th in as many payments as you want, or you can pay in installments through to November the 1st. That one is £599. So it is more money if you pay through to November. Okay, it is more money, but then you do have longer to pay. Okay, so there you go. There it is. And just PM me if you're interested. So, Melissa, tell me to stop, darling. Tell me to stop, gorgeous. Yeah, 399, not 300. I can't do 9 weeks for 300. I wish I could. Okay, so tell me to stop. Someone tell me to stop, please, for all our sakes. I'm just actually going to stop. There we are. So this is for Melissa. Arise, know and flow as the love you are. And we've got dolphins there again, darling. And they're really saying for you, Melissa, make sure you've got the humour in whatever you do. Stop. So we've got gorgeous Jenny. We've got Beyond Cycles. Find and embrace yourself. New direction. Aren't these pretty? I'm going to do one for Ashley. Star children. Oh my God. Ashley's got the most beautiful children. I love you. I'm getting a cuddle from Orion. No veils. Psychic. Cosmic inspiration and light. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? You're so welcome, sweetheart. Always say it's a good job I'm not gay because I'd bang you all. Right, I tell you what, I'd have a huge strap on if I was gay. I'd just walk around with it and just swing it about. Just like watch people's faces. It'd be really funny, wouldn't it? Okay, anyway, Marianne, Cosmic Heart Source, source of all, true home. So it looks as though the 4th place has gone, because I know if Cheryl says she's doing something, she is. Yay! Which one you going for, Cheryl? I will open more spots up. I just didn't want to open up too many too quickly. So Cheryl, I'll put you down. So if you want to do it, you can just pay a deposit of 99 to get yourself in. And then what I do is I will work out when you can pay the rest of the payments. So, you know, with this, literally, I just talk to you and you just tell me the dates you're going to pay, and that's fine. So Cheryl, you're in, darling. And Lisa, I'm putting you in unless you tell me otherwise, just so I know. And Alegna and Jenny, you're in as well. Oh, you can come, John. You can be an honorary chick. Always. We'd all like John to join in, wouldn't we? I can leave my great big strap on at home then. I don't have to like get it. I don't have one, by the way. I don't have one. It's just a thought, like I could wear jeans or like put a strap on and just like see people's faces, because they couldn't say anything. If you had a massive strap on down your trouser leg, they couldn't say anything, could they? It would be, and I'd just like stand there with me hands in me pockets and just smile at them. Oh my God, that would be so funny. Yeah, I've got a really, I'm not going to say it. Okay, so Cheryl, did I pull for you? I'll do another one. Lemurian Shaman. Oh, gorgeous. John. Oh, attuned to nature's signs. Follow your heart. John's got horns. John's got horns. It's better than a strap-on down your trouser leg. I don't know. I've never tried it. I'll have to try it, see what my husband thinks. Conchetta, love your name. Synchronicity, opportunities in divine timing, open to change and divine outcomes. I am absolutely bloody filthy, John. I really am. Anyway, that's why I'm still married. Barbara! What, stop being filthy or just stop? Because one I can stop, the other I can't. So this is for Barbara. Raising to Palladian frequencies. Healing clears space for higher energies. These are the cards. They are beautiful. They are the Lemurian Star Child Oracle, but there are loads of them. There's like so many cards here. Regina, beautiful Regina. Angelic ones. We worked together, Regina, didn't we, gorgeous girls, some time ago? Angelic ones, divine healing is upon you, divine grace and divine guidance. I hate to tell my family they've got 3-hour-old Kentucky Fried Chicken for tea, or Kentucky Fried Chicken as I call it. This one is for Shari. The Last Cloak, Magnificence Realized. Oh, sweetheart. And this is for you as well, Barbara. Divine blueprint, self-embodiment. You are ready. Oh, I love Pink Floyd. I don't know that one. I dreamt about Johnny Rotten last night. The young Johnny Rotten, not the old one. That would just be weird. Lisa, did I pull for you? Creation. Unique expression, flow of creation, joyfulness. So I've got to go because I think this man's going to ring me again. Not as exciting as it sounds. So I will be on Saturday. Cheryl, you're in. Lisa, I've put you down. There is still a place available if you are interested, but money is an issue for you. Don't be embarrassed. You know, I've been sat on my arse loads of times. If you want to come do it and you need longer to pay, and I know you, it's not a problem. Just come talk to me. Okay, I can't do that for everyone, obviously, but if you really do want to do it, we can find a way to make it work. The most important thing is just for you to know you're all amazing, and I bloody love you all. What do you think? Blue hair or pink hair? Do I keep the blue? John, are you wanting a place on the course as well? Just PM me and that's fine. That's fine, John. I'll put you in. Okay, I'll put you in. Don't worry about that. I'll put you in. Okay. Right, I better go and cook the 3-hour-old Kentucky. Anyway, I love you all so much, and make sure you like and share and comment on the post below, because if you do, then I'll be doing angelic predictions, not card pulls. I'll be doing angelic predictions for August. I love you, Barbara. Purple, that's an idea. Definitely purple. Yeah, my husband's used to this now. He's asked me not to change it, but that never quite works with me. I always do as I feel anyway. Love you all so much, and I'll see you all Saturday morning. Bye. Bye, YouTube. Hey, Queen Leonie. Oh, I'll pull you ladies and men some cards. I'm afraid I forgot about YouTube. I am the blue bollock buster after all. Okay, I feel really bad now because I've been saying things I shouldn't say. Typical me. Okay, Jesper. Ooh, Lemurian guide, sister, friend, teacher of infinite universal love. And I know, I've seen your photo, handsome fella. I know that you do not look like that. So I don't think this is you. This is somebody that's coming in to help you, teach you, whatever. Twin Flame DJ. Thank you, my love. Well, if you look like me, you might as well be confident about it. That's what I say. Inner child attunement, go within, listen, loving parenting. Okay, do we have anyone else here? So we've got Queen Leonie. Beautiful Queen Leonie. Blessing beyond the soul path, honour all life. I've got to go, that's me man calling. And whoever that other lovely one is, etheric treat. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello.